Warning, this podcast contains bad words and stories about drugs and sex and overthrowing the government. Proceed with caution. Thank you. And now on to our show. Wake up, brother, we got nothing to do. Let's go outside, just me and you, and build a fort. We'll pack a lunch, won't be home till after dark. Then after dinner we can sneak back out. You know that high school girl I've been telling you about? Well, she gets undressed about 8:45, and we can watch her do it from the big old pine next door. She got a room on the second floor. Well, looks like another fucked up day in paradise.
Bling, 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 bling. Well, here we are. Let's go. All right, I got my headphones on today, so I can hear what I sound like. Yeah. Oh, nice lady talking on the radio. Goodbye, lady. Goodbye, lady. Oh wait, let's do this. I can tilt that back up again. Hey, how's that? How's that, huh? How's that? Let's move this around a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good. Why not? Call that fabulous. Okay, here we go. Hello, it's the daughter of Godcast. This is some episode. Oh, careful! Wow. Let's see. What episode is this? I don't even know. I couldn't tell you. Let's just call this episode 1. I don't know. I suppose I could look it up. Where's my phone? Hang on, let's just look this up real quick. I hope you realize that this voice, the special voice I have for this episode, is, hang on. Let's just do this real quick here. Oh, come on, Jay Willikers. There we go. Okay, I'll go here and go, where is it? No, dang it. Kabook. Shimanook. A Shimanook. Where the hell is it? There we go. I'll go to here, dog.
7 p.m. This is IPR News Radio.
What the fuck am I listening to?
Your gateway to news and classical music from Interlaken.
Oh, shut up. Okay. So, bing, and boom. So, find out let's see, the last ones were, here we go. Where are we? 153, meditation, 150. Wait, oh my God, hey, hello there. Oops, careful there. This is Dan Kelly, episode 155. 155, what should we call this episode? Hoarse. Hoarse because I sound a little hoarse. I have something of a bit of a, I don't know what, cold? Seal up the vehicle here. Yes, I have a bit of a cold. It's one of those weaponized coughs that the government has put out to try and kill us, but I am doing my duty for all humanity, and I'm neutralizing it, and then I'm going to share my antibodies with everyone. But in the meantime, I get to talk like this. Yes, very kind of sexy, really, if you ask me. I can't really think of a time when I don't sound incredibly sexy. Sexy. I mean, you gotta have fun, right? When you're sounding like this. Yes. Right. Well, if only I had a nature documentary that I could narrate right now, I could certainly do a kick-ass job of it, a tip-top job of narrating a nature documentary. The mongoose is a wily creature. You see the mother mongoose sneaking up on that rattlesnake. on that cobra. There we go. I don't think they have rattlesnakes in India where mongooses live, but probably they do. Why not? I say rattlesnake in every country. That's my Emperor of the Earth tagline. Yes, when I become emperor, or when I am in my campaign to become emperor, a rattlesnake in every country, because rattlesnakes, why not? I don't know, rattlesnakes, right? It's just kind of fun to say it, like crickets. Rattlesnake, especially if you got this raspy, hoarse voice. So this is episode 155, Daughter of Godcast, season 4, Choice. My name is Dan Kelly, Sri Fuji Split. I'm wearing my headphones today as I look back at you through the rearview mirror because I want to make sure I don't speak too loud because the microphone is right next to me now. Yes, 2 reasons for that. One reason is because it's the way it's configured in the car. It's just what I've got as far as hardware and booms. That's what I've got available. But also, I'm trying to take it easy on my voice. I can try to just whisper a little bit more instead of shouting like I normally do when I do these episodes, yelling at you. No more yelling. I'm just gonna try and take it easy today. Yes, you're listening to the Daughter of Godcast, episode 155. My name is Dan Kelly, Sri Fuji Split, and we're talking about a movie. I've been making this movie for a fuck long time, and I'm still making it. And I would like to give you some news, recent updates. My arm that was broken. I'm hearing some noise in our thing here. I'm not sure why we're hearing that. It's puttering around. Anyway, just ignore it. See if it goes away. Yeah, there it goes. My arm that was broken is healed to a significant degree. I can now do some push-ups. I have my record now is 6 push-ups. And I definitely feel it in my clavicle. There's like a big wad of bone where the break was in my clavicle. Maybe I'll stop this magical chime here so you don't hear it so much. There we go. You just be chilly out there. Chill out there for a little while, Mr. Chimey. Happy chime. And so I can do some push-ups now. I still can't quite play guitar, and I know you, my loyal audience, is missing my guitar playing, but even if I could play guitar today, I probably wouldn't be able to sing very well. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, they're only illusions. Oh, there's that little buzzy thing again. Rainbows have nothing to hide. Yeah, so singing would be a little tough. I think maybe it's this phone. Let's get rid of this phone here. All right, shut you off in case somebody calls. There we go. So if you haven't figured it out yet, we're going to drive in the car for a little while, and we're going to do 2 episodes again because, I love this 2-episode thing. It's fun to do 2 episodes in a row, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun for me just to ramble on to you for, 20 minutes or so for each episode. I have some things to talk about, some things to share with you. I know you've got some things you want to share with me too, so we'll share together. I'll stop every so often and I'll be quiet and you can talk and tell me what's going on for you. And I think somehow I'll be able to hear it, even if there's thousands of you telling me. I'll be able to hear it because I'm Dan Kelly. I'm a Sri Fuji Split, and pardon me, Mr. Bringy Chimey thing just popped out again. Let's just give him a little more about a little thing here. Hang on. Just gently tuck this in here. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we're together. We're sharing some time together. I'm excited. I'm really happy to be with you again. Week 155. Episode 155. It's kind of crazy, right? It's more than how many years is that? It's 50 plus 52 plus 52, almost 3 years we've been doing this podcast together. Crazy, right? Hey, you know what's great about this? Hang on, reach down here. I'm gonna grab this water. Excuse me, Mr. Crow, look out, Mr. Crow. Okay, Mr. Crow got out of the way. Let's drink some water. Oh yeah, we're gonna need that. Liquefy. So okay, so the arm is better. I can do push-ups now. It's definitely, there's still some achiness, some pain. I don't have full range of motion yet. However, I have a lead. My wonderful friend Deanne bumped into me in Shop and Save and told me that there's a great physical therapist right in town, right in Beulah. So I don't have to trek up to Traverse City to get some help on this arm. And, I haven't quite been working it as much as I would like to because I've been computerizing a lot. I've been tappy-dooping at the keyboard of my laptop. And let's gently transition to the next topic. We're talking about way back when I broke my arm 8 weeks ago or whatever it was, 9 weeks ago. I was working on financials. I was coming to an exciting conclusion of this crazy financial adventure I've been wrapping up for a while and sort of stopped doing the iterations of the screener so I could get this financial stuff out of the way, and that would clear the deck for full-on production to rap Daughter of God. Yes. Well, then I broke my arm and I couldn't even use two hands on the keyboard for a long time. Anyway, so I've gotten back to it now, and I'm super, super close to being done. Oh, it's so close. I mean, I could probably just bring it in. I could have brought it in today, but I'm just going over it, taking my time, trying to just rectify a few little oddities that are still kind of outstanding. And yeah, so super close to being done. Oh, it's so good. So, yeah, back on track. I think the thing I want to say is I just want to be super careful not to break my arm, another arm, the other arm or the same arm again. Armageddon. It sounds like Armageddon, doesn't it? Armageddon. Or break my leg or do something like get some brain damage or something. Because, okay, we've gotten a little signal from the cosmos. We've had this amazing dramatic event right at the conclusion of Daughter of God, or, that's how we know we're getting close to being done with this movie, is that there had to be some kind of big crisis, arm break, that seemingly unsurmountable obstacle. And so we're just gently climbing up that mountain. Yeah, climbing up it and gonna get right over the top. Yeah, and then we're gonna be done with that mountain. Even though we thought, it seemed like our hero was in deep shit after he broke his arm. Fuck, whatever. Okay, so yeah. So a little drama, exciting, real life drama. Yeah. Okay, so now what? What else do I have to say? Well, so I want to talk about, I had a little epiphany when I was meditating this morning. How do we look there? Yeah, kind of bright in the old rearview mirror there. That's all good. Anyway, so don't you just love this voice? It's kind of fun to have a messed up voice that sounds really deep and gravelly. The thing I got to be careful of, is the reason I have to whisper and not talk too loud, is I need to do 2 episodes, and I could imagine running out of voice, like running my voice right up on the shore onto the rocks, and then it just doesn't work anymore. I'm kind of close to that right now, so we're going to be really gentle with ourselves. Yeah. We all should always be gentle with ourselves, not push it too hard. Isn't it great when you've got something to do and you have lots of time to do it? It's like you don't feel like procrastinating. procrastinating. You don't feel like that. You feel like, I want to get this done, but it's no big rush. I don't have to rush through it. I'm not like on a big deadline. God, that feels good. I can't believe there's actually an Angry Birds movie. I'm just passing the drive-in right now, and I mean, gosh, make a game and make a movie out of a game, and I don't know, just doesn't seem like the game is that compelling that you'd want to make a movie out of it, but I guess it's got some strong addictive qualities, that game. I haven't really played it enough. Never really been motivated to play it. Oh. Okay, so where were we? So, I had this little epiphany while I was meditating. Last episode was kind of about meditation, right? Yeah, we talked about it. But you know what meditation is? I've decided... Excuse me, hang on a second. There we go. I think it's... What did I call it? It's the art of choice. The art of choice. The art of choosing. What do I mean by that? I bet you're wondering. Well, here's what I mean. Basically what you're hearing now, this is the Michigan roads that we're going over here. The infrastructure of our great nation is crumbling. I'm going over some roads that, probably have seen better days, but I don't have a problem with crumbling infrastructure. Really, I don't. It's kind of fun. I kind of enjoy it. It's like, things are kind of frayed at the edges. We're kind of limping along here a little bit in America. It's all good. It's all good. We're in it together, right? We're all in this together. Okay, so the art of choosing. So what do I mean by that? Well, what's the deal with meditation? Well, why bother to do it? Like Alan Watts said, it's like the ultimate waste of time, just throwing away your time, sitting quietly, clearing your mind. So, I don't know who it was. Who was it that I was talking to the other day? And we were talking about meditation or how it works and blah, blah. And it was some Joe Six-Packy type person. And they were saying, I could never do that. I could never clear my mind. I could never get rid of all my thoughts. And I thought to myself, well, okay. Well, you're definitely saying right from the get-go that's impossible for you. Because why? Because your mind is so noisy, or you don't even want to try. It was such a funny thing to hear someone say. I mean, I get it, right? Monkey mind, right? Oh, I gotta do the dishes. Oh, that girl doesn't like me anymore. Oh, what about my accounting? Oh. I gotta get this weather stripping fixed on the door of the car. Oh, my mom is bothering me. Oh God. On and 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 on. I get it, right? Monkey mind. Okay, so meditation, I'm just going to skip a lot of enunciating on this because it's kind of really hard to enunciate certain things. So if I kind of slur past stuff, just hang in there, okay? So meditation, say it that way, meditation. Ugh. So meditation, you're hanging out there, and first of all, when you're meditating, you just say like 15, 20 minutes, whatever. You just say to yourself, okay, look, I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to get up and do anything. Nothing else is important. I'm going to choose. To just sit here and do nothing. Okay, so that's the first part of the choosing, right? You choose to sit there and just do nothing at all. Okay? Right. So start there. All right, so because what will happen is, for me, I've noticed, it's like, I got to get up and turn that coffee that I've got, that coffee water off. Or I have to answer that email, or, maybe I have to fart, or whatever. Okay. And there's all these things that seem to like pop up, actions that need to be taken. And it's just like, look, I'm just here on purpose, choosing not to do anything else. but this. Just hang out. Okay, so then what happens? All right, well, so, you just sit there and you keep saying, I'm just choosing to be here and do nothing. And then these thoughts come up. Thoughts, pop, pop, pop. So the next choosing is choosing to not think. What? Not think? Yeah, you can do it. You can just be like, all right, I'm just going to listen to my breath. Or I'm going to listen to the birds. I'm going to really listen intently to the birds. Or I'm not going to even intently, forget about that. I'm just going to let the bird song happen. And that's going to be the thing that I experience. And if a thought comes up, I mean, you hear this a million times, but I'm going to try and make a little distinction here that might be a new information. Thought comes up, you're just like, okay, I see that thought, I hear that thought. There it is, whatever. But I'm just going to not think. I'm just going to not think. And, there's Esther has this thing that she says, well, when you start daydreaming, then you fly, then you're rocking. So it's not like you don't want to think at all. Because if daydreaming starts to happen, let that happen. But I think it's kind of important initially for me to just not think about anything, even, happy things or good things, because what I'm doing is I'm choosing not to think. And okay, so you go along for a while and thoughts come up and you notice you're thinking something. And a lot of times what will happen is, for me, is I'll be really nicely quiet and still and my mind will be empty, and all of a sudden a few minutes later I'll notice I've been thinking something for a few minutes. I've been thinking about something. Hey, wait a minute, hold on a second there. I'm not supposed to be thinking. Oh yeah, well, it's okay. So I thought some stuff, whatever. And I just go back to not thinking. Like, I just go back to feeling my body or breathing. So here, let me explain something. So feeling stuff and hearing stuff is not the same as thinking. Just experiencing without having any kind of a judgment about it, evaluation, just like experiencing the blood in your jugular vein pulsing, or your heart beating, or your breath and your going in and out of your nose. Maybe a little achy thing in your clavicle if you're Dan Kelly with a clavicle that's healing. You feel an ache in your clavicle. It's like, oh, just experience that. It's okay. It's okay. Just have an experience while you're hanging out there of what it is to be alive. You can hear things. You can even, man, it's kind of loud in here all of a sudden. Why is it so loud? I don't know. It's because we're going fast. You can have an experience of just being there, just hanging out, breathing or whatever. And that's not the same as thinking. As long as you're not like saying, oh, I wish I weren't in pain, or, oh, I can't believe my nose, when I breathe through my nose, it sounds so weird. Just don't even go there. Just feel it. And exhilarate in the very experience of just breathing, or feeling your heartbeat, or swallowing, whatever it is. Just feel yourself, and it's kind of fun because as I explore my feelings, I'm like, whoa! It's just like my Tai Chi teacher, Master Ru, said. It's like you got a whole universe inside of us. We do. We have a whole universe inside of experience, and I can put my awareness and feel my ankle. I don't normally get in contact with my ankle, but there it is. It's so good. There's my happy ankle. And it's not broken like my clavicle. It just feels great. Just hanging out down there, Mr. Ankle. Mr. Left Ankle and hey, Mr. Right Ankle. It's pretty much the same. Pretty awesome. And you just can do a little inventory of your body. How does this feel? How does that feel? Oh yeah, cool. Oh, and birds are singing. But the thing is, it's like, there isn't this inner dialogue. I mean, I'm kind of just giving you a little bit of like a narrative because I got this great wildlife documentary narrative voice going right now. So I'm pretending, the mongoose is a wily creature. No, what I'm doing this just to kind of give you an idea of a kind of in interpretation, translation, there we go, of the inner experience. There isn't actually words. It's best not to put words to things to try and identify them. You just feel them. Yeah, you feel the bird singing in your ear. Wow, listen to that. Okay, so I think I'm communicating this now. I think I've gotten that part across. You just hang out and experience. And if suddenly you notice you're thinking about, your ex-boyfriend from 2003, and why did he treat you that way? It's all right, no big deal. Just move on. Let it go. And so the other thing too is your eyes, your eyeballs, right? So you can have your eyes closed. But another technique that I pulled from somewhere else, I think this is also Master Rue, I don't remember, is you can look down at the floor, just rest your eyes so that they're kind of looking down, and you don't have to close your eyelids. You can have your eyes almost closed, as long as that's comfortable. You don't want to strain your eyelids to remain slightly open. You'll find a place where it's just comfortable to let them be slightly open, and then you can see a little bit of light coming in through the bottom of your eyes. Wow. And so it's not like you're shutting off vision. You're still getting some input there, but it's just okay, a little bit of light coming in. If you're near a sparkly lake, you get to see some sparklies coming into your eyeballs from the reflections of the sun on the water. Oh, you could even do that if you got a bathtub. I highly recommend you fill a little bathtub up, and you could put what could you do? You could be in the bathtub, of course. If you're in the bathtub, and you could shine a light, make sure it's far away from the tub so it doesn't fall in there. We could shine a light on the bathtub, turn all the lights in the room off, and just shine a light on the bathtub water, and then as you move around, it reflects off the walls, bounces around. Yeah. And even if you're in the city, the thing is, if you're in the city and you're going to meditate and be empty, well, that's like the city's a temple. This is coming from Master Rue here. The city is a temple. It's kind of like the Frank Sinatra thing. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. If you can be empty in the city with all the beeping and the ow! Sorry, I just almost hit a bird. But the bird got out of the way, thank goodness. You could be in the city with all of the distracting things going on there, and just be there. Listen to the sounds and the flashing, flickering lights of the city, and maybe your neighbor's stereo pounding through the floor. Boom, 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 boom. It's all good. Just soak it up. I have to say, if you're a city dweller, you definitely, as someone who my hat's off to you. Kudos to you. You're meditating in the city, and you can do it. It's doable. I lived most recently in the city for 6 years, but really only recently have I started to understand what this meditation thing could possibly be. Okay, so this is going to come around to the movie at some point, I'm pretty sure. So just hang in there, because I know we're talking about making movies, right? Meditation, what does that have to do with making movies? Oh, it's all connected. The mongoose. Okay, so, yeah. So, what was I saying? Does it matter? Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care about time? Though I can't imagine why. We don't have time enough to cry. Ba-da-da. All right, so let's not sing right now. No. It's steal a little line from Chicago. Yeah, it's old band, old people's band. Yeah, never heard of them. Just tune on top 40 station. Eventually they'll play some Chicago. I promise. All right, so the idea is this art of choosing. Is what you're choosing is choosing to just not think. There's moments, even if you've got the monkey mind, you got full of thoughts, there's moments when you're just not thinking anything. I know you've had this experience. Everybody has had this experience. Right now, I'm driving in a car, And driving a car is an experience we all, many of us have had. I would say that if you're American, you've probably driven in a car. Maybe you've driven for more than a few minutes. Maybe you've driven for an hour or 2 hours. And people occasionally will just sit in the car and watch the world go by. And oftentimes, if you wait long enough, you'll notice that you're not thinking a single thing. You're just seeing things go by. Go by. Trees, houses, mall, the little strip malls going by, just things going by, and you're not thinking a thing. So yeah, you've done it. You've turned your thoughts off. And you can do it on purpose. Now, why would you want to? You might be at, why would I want to turn my thoughts off? Here's what I've discovered. I just love this voice, don't you? Don't you love this voice that I've got today? It's so chocolatey. Baby, you know I love you, baby. Yeah, well, you know I'm always thinking about you every night. And whenever I go into the bathroom and I wash my hands, rub my left hand over my right hand, and I'm thinking of you, baby. Yeah, even though we're far away from each other, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you, baby. That's a little Barry White for you, a little Barry White. Maybe that's Barry White. He had a cold all the time. That guy. That's the thing, he just with a deep voice, Barry White. Yeah, baby, I love you. Oh, you make me feel like a man. Well, whatever Barry White would say. I lost you for a second there. I'm back. What would Barry White do? It's kind of like, what would Jesus do? What would Barry White do? Say? I don't know. Something super sexy always. Yeah. All right. So, what's cool about this meditation thing and this emptying, this stopping of thought, is it's an actual decision. Every time I notice I'm not empty. Every time I notice there's a thought going on, I'm identifying, what kind of bird I might be hearing, or whose freaking car alarm is going off, or I'm feeling pissed off about something, something comes up, and I just say, hey, you know what, I don't need to think about that right now, because this 20 minutes is about just choosing not to think. As I practice that, what I've noticed is like, if I actually can get better at choosing not to think, then that means when I want to actually focus on anything else, I can probably have much more sharpened focus on anything. Because if I can choose not to think, which is like, whoa, that sounds hard, not to think, because I'm always thinking. Well, you get to the point where you can actually say, hey, you know what? I don't have to think, and I'm choosing not to think. And you can just be there empty on purpose. Well, when you actually do want to think about something, you can just think about that one thing really, really well, really intently, because you're not distracted by a bunch of other thoughts that are kind of crowding into your mind, taking away your focus. No, you know how to think, not think, unthink. And because you've practiced that, because I've practiced that now, when I'm doing something that I really want to be focused on, I can be there 100%. 100%. Yeah, I like it when I'm there 100%. Like when I'm making love to a beautiful lady, and I'm looking into her eyes and staring into her eyes, her beautiful blue eyes or her brown eyes, and we're looking at each other, and or maybe we're naked, or we're just really together in the moment. I'm not thinking about donuts or steaks or badminton. No, those thoughts don't jump into my mind and take me away from my lovely moment with my girlfriend, my lover. No, don't get snuck up on and lassoed by some other random weird thought like, well, if I had a fork, I could stab her in the eye right now. No, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No, I'm going to just be right there, easy in the moment with my favorite girl of the moment. Whoever that happens to be in that moment. So yeah, you can just take all your energy, all your you-ness, and just bring it right to that moment. Boom. Because you've just practiced choosing. Yeah, the art of choosing. So there you go, that's it. What's this episode called? Hoarse. Because I'm really hoarse today. Oh yeah. And I think I'm going to be hoarse for the next episode too, because we're going to do a double episode, ladies and gentlemen. Double. I'm going to double it up. Yep. I'm going to have a double header. Double. Yeah. Double. So, I just want to say thanks for listening again to me as I just make up stuff. You know, I'm just making it up. I'm going to talk about in the next episode, I'm going to talk about my various modalities of podcasting. I've been thinking, oh, there goes our little chimey thing. Thinking about, what are my voices? And I'm going to talk about the different voices that I have. I'm not talking about like imitating John Wayne. Well, listen here, Pilgrim, Mary Kate Danaher. No, I'm not talking about voices like that. I'm talking about like, what is the mode of offering these thoughts? Who knows where that's going to go? It's going to lead us to all sorts of fascinating vistas. We can stand together holding hands and look out over those incredible vistas of art and intellectual experience and thoughtlessness, being thoughtless without any thought, just seeing together, feeling our hands, holding each other. I love you so much, baby. Baby, I love you so much. You're everything to me. Thank you. Yeah, that's episode 155. Hoarse. Yeah, Hoarse. Well, Hoarse. Wilbur. Oh, don't go out with that girl, Wilbur. No, Wilbur.